Let me just get this straight. I was asleep in bed with my 7 raccoons. We were snuggling. That's what Canadians do to keep warm. So I woke up this morning and pushed those raccoons aside and thought, what news story am I gonna do? And of course you guys on Twitter flooded my DMs with nude men photos. That's true. But also a link to a video from Austin Evans, yet again, exposing DKOldies, you Don't fall. Joey, listen. Put maple syrup on yourself, come down here, cuddle with the raccoons. Let's do it.
No.
News.
Skip it up and that up.
So as we know, Joey and Drew over at DKOldies have been sending out consoles for the last God knows how long, saying that they are refurbished, and yet again, Austin Evans is now proving, I mean, I don't know how many times we need to do this, but he is proving that they are not refurbishing their consoles, which leads me to ask a serious question while I look at the bird, and that's not serious, but the question is, how long before there's a class action lawsuit against DKOldies? How many orders have to go through the internet and be shown to you that they're not refurbishing anything that comes out of that store? And if they are, because of these videos, we are not seeing that ripple effect coming through on any of the orders yet. So I believe it's only a matter of time before we see a class action lawsuit against this company who is literally lying on their website. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If there was a class action lawsuit, I am 100% confident the people involved would win. It's just absolutely insane at this point that that hasn't taken place. So in the video, Austin has problems with the prices of all of the consoles, and of course you guys know, having worked at a retro gaming store, I know what the cost should be, and he proves in this video yet again that DKOldies is literally scamming people with the prices. So we don't really need to show any of that in the video because all of the prices of all of the consoles are overpriced. There's 2 major things I want to focus on in the video, and I'm going to show you a couple of clips from. This is the the unbelievably refurbished oh God, I can't believe it. Joey, call me. I love you.
No.
But the refurbished Xbox 360, which was not opened. As we all know, they put the stickers on the outside that say if you open it, that yes, it will be void of warranty. However, Austin does bring up a fact that they're saying you get 1-year warranty on these consoles when most stores do not offer that. So I don't know if anybody has ever sent anything back. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Jacob R. sent back his PlayStation, and they said that everything was taken care of, and spoiler alert, they sent another dirty console. So Jacob's beard was covered in dust. I want you to peck it off and clean it, you f***. But of course, Austin opens the Xbox 360, and spoiler alert, it's dirty, and of course, not even touched, and the thermal paste is literally rubber at this point. So what are we gonna do? Say it's refurbished DKOldies? You're still refurbishing? Take a look.
What is going on here? This isn't dust. It's like grease. And you see on my finger, like it's not dust, it's like actual grease. So there you go, that's what 15-year-old thermal paste looks like. It's now thermal goop. Cool. All right. Ah! Oh, that's worse. Dude, I could just touch that. Like, it is not dried out, but that's pretty, like, it feels like rubber. For the amount of money that I paid for this console, I would expect someone to have gone all the way down to the CPU like I'm doing right now, clean off this rubber. Oh my God, dude, that is like, I mean, that is almost not even coming off. That is ridiculous.
Oh God, how many times do we need to see this? And he looks at the thermal paste and it is turned to rubber. It is turned to literal rubber. He says it's a rubber substance. My brain's gonna explode. It's gonna explode. I've got brain swelling. I gotta go to the hospital. Now moving on to the PlayStation Super Slim. This one is disgusting. Let's just take a look at when he takes the front of the system apart. It's disgusting. It's worse than your hen house. Clean your goddamn hen house, you bitch.
Oh! All right. I've seen a problem. Look at the dust. Okay, so I think it's kind of safe-ish to say immediately that they did not open this up. That is gross. Look, there's literally like dust bunnies in here. Like, and just to be clear, every single console, this one included, that we purchased from DKOldies was labeled as refurbished. And while the 360 was actually opened up and cleaned, I feel pretty confident in that. This PS3 was absolutely not. There's just, look at this. There's literally just caked on. Oh, this looks refurbished, right?
Once he removed the faceplate on the front of the Super Slim, you could see dust fall onto the desk. It's just unbelievable that people are buying anything at this point from DKOldies. And again, that's why we make these videos. So you guys, and listen, I'm gonna get a little emotional here, and I know that some people are gonna make fun of me for this, but I grew up playing video games with my Opa. I am now 42, unfortunately. I know I look young, ladies, and mostly men. But the reason I'm saying this is that I played these classic consoles with my Opa when I was young. And if I'm now 42 and I have children, which I do not have children, I have a bird, Trudeau, the Canadian bird. That's all I have in life, just him, which sucks. I do want to say if I had kids and I ordered a console from DKOldies because I want to relive those memories like I had with my grandfather, and I got an old system and it showed up and spider eggs rolled out of it when I opened it up and went into my children's mouth, and the spiders hatched in their stomachs and they exploded out and it turned into a horror movie. Okay, that's dramatic, but you get my point. If I had kids and the box showed up and I'm explaining to them, listen, I used to play a Super Nintendo with your Opa, which is grandfather in Dutch. Listen, this is an incredible moment for me. I want you kids to enjoy this. Let's open it up and play it. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's covered in dust and the whole experience is ruined. Those are moments that mean a lot to gamers. Being able to pass those things down to different generations in your family, that's what it's all about when you're like 42. Yeah, you turn on the systems, but if you have kids and you're showing them these things, it's meaningful, and DKOldies is essentially ruining that for God knows how many people. However, you'd think the dust is the worst part of this video, but let's just roll the clip when Austin discovers the real issue with this PlayStation 3 Super Slim model, and I can't believe it.
All right, let's, what's all this? Ew! Ew! Ah! Okay, I think I understand more now. It's dusty and it got wet at some point. Do you see all these like streaks? This is from like wet goo or whatever that was inside the system. Look, it's all caked around the USB ports. Look, there's actually like rust here. There's literally rust on the bottom of this PS3. Oh my God. It's literally rusting.
So yes, DKOldies sent Austin Evans, one of the biggest tech reviewers on YouTube, a PlayStation Super Slim PS3 that had rust in it because it was covered in water at some point in its life. This is supposed to be a refurbished PlayStation 3 that he's receiving in the mail, but it is rusted because it was covered in a liquid at some point. I don't know what else to say at this point. If you're buying from DKOldies, I send out Godspeed. I pray for you, even though I'm not religious. I hope that you get a system that works for at least a couple of hours. I mean, at this point in time, they're sending Austin Evans consoles that are literally rusted from liquid. And they're literally caked with so much dust that when you open it, it flies out of the system onto the desk. I don't know what else to say about this company. I have no idea. All I know is Joey's got a blonde wig. Drew, who's the owner of the company, is literally only in this for profit, and he does not have the balls to come out and apologize for this disaster and make things right. Do I believe at the end of the day that DKOldies can turn the ship around? I think at this point they're done. It's over. I don't know what else they can do. Even if Drew came out and he said, listen, I apologize, we're on a misguided path, I'm gonna make things right, we're gonna start refurbishing the consoles, that would be one thing. Hell, I'd even like to see them take off the refurbished title on all of their used consoles and come out and say, listen, we don't refurbish, they're as is, lower the price down, and I think maybe people would be okay okay, accepting of that. But at this point in time, DKOldies is not taking any responsibility for these consoles, and you should be ashamed for that one simple fact. If I was a father of kids and I ordered a system and it showed up like this, it would not only piss me off, you're ruining that moment I could have had with my family. And I know that some people are gonna laugh about that, but the true hardcore gamers who really understand what gaming is about when they have kids in their life, watching your kids play these games, they're gonna understand that I'm being serious for this moment, even though I have Trudeau the Canadian bird next to me. Companies that do this, that are able to ruin those cherished moments that you're gonna have with your families that you can't relive, they gotta pay the price. And the price is a bunch of beavers with maple syrup on their tails slapping your asses. That's weird. I am absolutely done talking about DKOldies until they do something insane again, which will happen 5 times in the next 6 hours. To close out the video, I do want to say sincerely thank you for the support. It means a lot to Rich and I, because without your support, there'd be no show, and we'd be living in a dam with the beavers down by the river. It'd be over. We'd be living by a fire. They'd be like pushing the heat onto our faces as we cook a bunch of salmon with Dreamcast Guy. I don't know. He's there. He should be in his closet. Love you guys.